Hello, 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 and welcome to the Friday night. Oh yeah, wow, we made it to the end of the week. Welcome to the Friday night episode of the Blitz Pickup. It's your girlfriend Sanity, and I'm so excited because tonight Team USA is playing and opening up their first game matchup against Paraguay in the World Cup. We are one of the host nations. Yesterday, Mexico played and they won, but tonight is when the show really begins. I just have a question for you know what I said I would be better. I wouldn't troll, but there's a certain alien that has touched Earth and realized it ain't all that it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's really still just an American sport, and American sports are going to be winning. For years to come when it comes to basketball. We own this, but let's get into the show tonight. We are going to recap the offseason so far. We are going to talk about Jordyn Brooks and his contract and what we think may or may not happen and how things may go with that discussion. And then we are going to go over some surprises and some disappointments. It'll be very interesting to see what Tone has for us. I would definitely be speaking tonight because I'm really excited about every single one of these topics. And hey, listen, thank you for being here tonight. That's all I can say. Tone, let's get into this show.
Sanity, what's good?
What's good? Can I just say one thing before, because I don't want to just gloss over the World Cup because people were talking like USA had some scrubs or we didn't have a goalie. Go check out Matt Freese. Go check out his penalty saving abilities. Like some of y'all just watch for fun. Some of y'all don't really get into it. Some of y'all don't really watch all year. Some of y'all don't watch CONCACAF. Some of y'all don't, get into it the way that I get into it. Some of y'all don't even watch the under teams. Like, let's really talk about it. Let's talk about that. We really have one of the best rosters that we've had in a World Cup play in a long time. And this team has shown the ability to compete. Yes, there has been disappointment, but there has been moments. And as far as a team coming from the Americas, and I mean North, South, Central, you can even maybe go to the Caribbean islands and all that. I think we have the best chance to go the furthest in this World Cup. That's all I got. But yeah, sorry, Tone. I just had to put that out there. I just had to put some respect on this roster. Put some respect on it. We're here. We're here. We're here. Shout out to it. Sorry. I just got listen. I might save this one. You know what? No. I just want to say shout out to New Jersey, who will be hosting the final of the World Cup and who in the NBA finals right now has two, maybe, you know what? No, let's say three out of the top four performers so far in all of the finals right now. Three of them are from New Jersey. So New Jersey is really putting on. So shout out to Jersey. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry. Can I pop my collar about my state, please? Like, I really love being from Jersey. Like, it's up for Jersey this year. It's up. I'm sorry. That's all I got. I apologize. Go ahead. I'm good now. I'm excited. Go ahead.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
See, it's that type of disrespect. It's that type of disrespect. Now let it be the crib.
Like, what are we talking about?
Crib. You know what? Listen.
Jersey and this and that.
Yeah,
Come on.
we up.
Okay, cool.
Yo, it's up for Jersey. It's up.
Can y'all put a full team in Jersey and represent like that? Like,
What
can
you
we
mean?
like? I mean, you talk about people that's from Jersey, and I mean that's cool. Everyone in the world can say, well, we have players that's been the number one and all that. Okay, that's cool. But
I just said right now. I said right now the three of the top.
That's what y'all got to hold
four.
your heads on. Okay, cool. You
Three
know
of
what?
the top four. That's 75%.
Have your day.
75%.
Yeah, I mean.
Is anybody in Miami from Miami putting on in the finals right now? I'm sorry, I wouldn't know.
Now, that's one thing I would say when it comes to basketball. Miami is not big on basketball like that. So, we stay in our lane. I wouldn't dare act like, you know what I'm saying? The best thing to come out of Miami so far is Udonis Haslem, man. 3-time world champion. So I'm just, if we could speak, 3-time world champion.
Oh, nothing since then.
Yeah. Yeah, Udonis. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
but listen, I will never.
Do y'all have the Jersey natives that have like
I will never respect Udonis because Udonis is really like that.
Yeah.
Big ups to Udonis because he is really like that. Like for real. I really like Udonis.
Yeah, you know that heat culture and that dog like mentality. It starts in Miami. I'm just saying. If we really talking, just in case, but right now it's all about y'all. So go ahead, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the New Jersey people putting on. I would like to know who they are. I thought you was gonna give us the names because I don't know who they are. So
Jalen Brunson.
Oh, shout out to Jalen Brunson.
Anthony Towns, Dylan Harper.
That list ain't as good as I thought you was gonna say.
I said in the finals.
Shout out to Big Body Brunson though. Shout out to Big Body Brunson. I give him that.
I didn't say top in the I'm saying in the finals. Like
you know what?
Big Jalen Brunson, probably number one performer right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Then Dylan Harper, as quiet coming off the bench and what he's doing. Oh my gosh, they're even saying that they should just start him over De'Aaron Fox because when he's getting on the floor, it's a game changer. Like he has been carrying it. Real talk. And then we talk about Cat. Yeah, he stumbled, the one game, but what he was able to do in San Antonio against Wemby, oh man, you gotta. At one point, he was like the second favorite to win Finals MVP. Like, let's call.
I mean, you said three. I mean, so what do you put OG Anunoby if you talk about 3 of the 4? Like, I'm just saying.
Listen,
those are not 3 of the top 4. Game, I'm sorry, your body is showing.
Not do it for me, like.
But he's been doing it all. He's been doing all playoffs. Don't say one game. Don't just. No, we're not going to do this.
Finals.
I'm talking about all finals. OG Anunoby has been. He's the MVP right now. OG Anunoby is the MVP right now.
Not the MVP.
Insanity. Let's not do. We're gonna make this.
Listen, what he did last game.
No, it's the entire finals. Insanity.
You're saying he's the MVP over Jalen? You out your mind. Respectfully.
Yes,
the
he
MVP
is.
is coming from Jersey this year.
No. Listen, I'll tell you this.
Go ahead.
They're going to give it to Jalen Brunson because of his names. But we're going to talk about who had the biggest. Well, you know what? He might take it like how Andre Iguodala took it that year from Stephen Curry because the biggest plays so far, period, of this finals come from him. And he's been consistently this good throughout. It's not like he had one good game. No, he's been consistent all 4 games.
Yeah, but who are they trying to
like he had no bad shooting night. He had 0 bad shooting nights.
Who are they
Jalen Brunson have 3.
But you're still not stopping him. He's making plays. He's making these plays to Anunoby. He's driving and kicking it out. Like
who?
What are we doing offensively now? Defensively, OG is doing his thing. He is definitely
offensively too. He had 28 and 32 the last 2 games.
Yeah, but I said a lot of that.
You just said one game for Sandy.
Off of Jalen Brunson.
No, Jalen Brunson. I like Jalen Brunson. I don't want to get too much on Jalen because I like.
Right? You were a point guard, right?
Yes, and I like Jalen.
You could play all 5, like your brain on the court, right?
Yes, I can play all 5,
right? So when they are actively doubling Jalen Brunson, as soon as he crosses half court, and he has to make a decision, right? And he's playing, and they're doing the picks and all that. And OG is sitting there in the corner. Let's call a spade of what the offense has been, primarily for him. He's knocking down the shots, but that action is off of Jalen Brunson and what he does on that court. You are not taking this from Jersey. You are not taking. Listen. It's all listen. I might.
If you ask, you got it. You can't just because you talking. Just because you keep talking, it's not going to change what I'm finna tell you. Jalen Brunson has 0 games this whole series, and I think maybe in the playoffs of double-digit assists. So stop what you're saying.
It's his impact.
Hold on, but you said
so he kicked it to him and then he drives it. Who was that action still off of? He drew the defense, so now he has that option. Like, let's not do this.
You still get assists. You still get assists.
Okay, so when OG hit that 3 and the 4th, right? I can tell you to play, Jalen.
That wasn't off Jalen Brunson though.
Yes, it was. It was. He passed it to him. What did you talking about?
You talking about the
multiple threes.
You talking about the bounce? You talking about the bounce pass?
Huh?
The bounce pass when OG hit the 3 in the corner? That was not Jalen Brunson.
No, we're talking about different one. See, listen, the man had so many threes that game.
That was the big one.
I didn't say his biggest one. I just said when he hit the 3. When he hit a 3.
Listen, Jalen Brunson been balling out. So
you're trying.
Jalen Brunson been balling out real crazy.
To go up against the defense of Vassell, They're trying to throw Castle.
Mhm.
They've tried to throw
Yeah.
every single
Yeah,
person
yeah.
at him, and he's seen a double team every single time he touches the ball.
Yeah,
And
he's been
still getting
balling.
his. And
He's
still
been.
getting his. Who's the closer? Who's the undoubted closer?
Now, see, now that would, of course, it's Big Body Bronson. He's clutch.
Big body, and
Like
he has shown up.
He's
And he has
100%.
shown up.
He's 100% clutch. I'm not taking that away from Jalen Brunson. What I was saying was, when I say what you put OG Anunoby,
I said 4 or 5.
I was trying to. You said 4 of the top. I mean 3 of the top 4, and you said 75%. And I'm like, no, that's not 3 of the top 4. I don't know why you went to Jalen Brunson. I'm going to give you that, right? When I added Anu in, because when I add Anu in,
gonna give me something when he
can I
from Jersey?
finish
Like,
so you
I
can
don't
see what I'm talking
understand that.
about? Can I finish so you can see what I'm talking about? When I add Anu in, you should have said everyone else except for Jalen Brunson, because there's no way we moving Jalen Brunson. Now, Cat, who else you said? Dylan Harper. Cat, Dylan Harper.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk about their impact, because you have to put OG and Wembanyama in there in the top 4. They have to be in the top 4. So one of them, you got to take one of them out, either Dylan Harper or Cat. And who are you taking out? That's all I was saying. That's the only thing I was saying. I don't even know why you mentioned Jalen Brunson. Like, that's a given. Jalen Brunson, he's there. It's no. I think you probably
just because it's a given doesn't mean I take him out.
No. I'm talking about.
Mention it when you talk about who are the top quarter.
No, when I mention OG,
Tom Brady is the given GOAT, so you don't mention him. No, you still mention Tom Brady. You still gonna
Jesus
mention
Christ, you just be going off and you ain't listening.
I'm
saying when you
change things to form it to the way you wanted it to be spurted out, and I'm telling you, this is how I'm spitting it out every single time, because this revolver don't jam. Let's go.
See, 3 out of the top 4. That's why you can't be a homer, because you say stuff like that don't make
3
sense.
3 out of the top 4.
No, you got. I'll give you the most 2. I'll give you the most 2. You got to take one of them out, because OG and Wemby is in the top 4. There's no way you taking them out. Like, what? Yeah, I do gotta go on, Nina. I see it. Like, no. Shout out to your Jersey bias, but we're gonna be honest over here.
It's not.
We're gonna be honest. Like, what?
It's not biased. It's not biased.
Shout out to y'all.
Okay, and I back that up with the fact that there was a point when Cat was the second favorite overall to win Finals MVP.
I'm glad you said there was a point. There was a point.
Yeah,
let me know that it's no longer considered that.
Okay, but when he was really doing his thing, yeah, and I believe that performance has carried him to still be top 4.
Shout out to them. You can get it to the show. I just wanted to speak.
If
she would let me get it in, she be wanting to spill her nonsense.
Everybody would have been like, "Oh yeah, nah, it's from Jersey."
No, nobody cut. I'm from Miami. I would never give nobody from New York any credit. Like, what?
I know. See, that's the thing. This is what I love.
New
Had
York.
it been something from the crib, I would have been for sure.
No, you didn't.
Because it's from Jersey. Everybody, let's get into the show.
Is Bronson from Jersey?
Yes, he was born in New Jersey.
And I say that's a given, right? And I said that was a given.
You want to debate to just debate.
No, I didn't want to. You said Jalen Brunson. I'm like, why are we debating about Jalen Brunson? He's a given.
I didn't debate about Jalen Brunson.
Let's talk about the other 2 that you just threw in the top 4 that you just forgot about, Wemby and OG Anunoby.
I didn't forget about Wemby.
I'm just saying when it comes to
the top 4. I said.
So you take an OG out. So OG don't belong in the top 4 is what you're saying. So you said OG Anunoby don't.
Put him at 5.
All right, yeah. Let's get into the show. Ain't no goddamn way. Let's get into the show.
I put him at 5.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to them. Hey, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
Still riding high from a high. Like, go look at it. Anyway, so getting into the show, Tom, let's just recap. Let's settle in, and let's recap the offseason. What do you think are the key moments, key points to take away from the offseason so far?
Well, first thing I'm going to go the whole entire offseason, so I'm going to go all the way back. Shout out to Sully and Hafley. So far, so good with their mentality, with the thing that they've been speaking on for the most part, they're keeping their word. So if I had to give them, let's say how I feel and give them a grade, I would give them a passing grade so far of what I've seen. Like as far as even like when we had a disagreement in the draft class, right? when you go back and you look at the concept, mindset is what they talked about initially at the beginning, and they drafted with mindset. Versatility is what they talked about at the beginning, and they drafted based off of versatility. So for that point alone, I think we have to give them I would give them a passing grade. So I would start there. And then once go ahead.
See, you know what? You're doing this thing. You know what? I'm gonna wait. Go ahead. You're going to your point, but go ahead.
All right, you stop me.
Nah, it's like because you say things like I would give them a passing grade, but you don't say what grade.
Well, if it's not finished. So far, that's why I said so far so good.
So far, what would the grade be? Like, I mean, didn't we have like marking periods and stuff like that?
But see, I'll give you the reason that I didn't give a passing grade is because I would be, to me, it'd be hypocritical for me to say this is without shorts and pads on, so it really don't matter. And I say I would really know what they got going on when the training camp starts, and then you try to give them a letter grade, right? Notice I didn't say how they was playing, and I just said mindset. I didn't mention nothing about performance. I didn't mention anything about that. So I'll give them a grade based on their mindset of how these players look. Now, if these players panned out, it would be, then we'll be able to grade them. I will be able to give them an accurate grade and an accurate assessment. And I don't like doing things. I would say the reason I say a passing grade, I gave the draft class a B-, and it's still a B- for me. You get what I'm saying? Now, I have a question for you because I like people like that. Why are you so stuck on giving actual grades when the job is not done? Do you get a
Don't
grade?
You get a final grade?
No. Do you get a grade when you halfway?
Final grade.
Hold on.
You can track a grade throughout.
You didn't answer my question. You can't answer a question with a question. Do you get a grade when you in the middle of your work assignment or once you complete the assignment? Which one do you actually get the grade? Because right now the off season is working. The off season is not done yet. So why you want me to get a letter grade?
So boom. So just like, and this, guys, please go back and watch the last episode, or I say some people just know how to just skate and maneuver. Got that little slithering in them. You can track a grade throughout any semester, throughout any marking period. I'm just saying right now, where would that grade be? Yes, at the end of it, you do get a final grade, but you're also.
I didn't say a final grade. You're not answering my question.
When the assignment is done.
Yes, the assignment. There you go.
The marking period of the off season, because we're talking about the off season. Because if you want to do a whole
off season's not done yet.
Can I finish? Because see, you're not getting.
You didn't answer my question yet, and you want to finish.
You're not. I am trying to, but what you're trying to say is that you cannot give a grade based off of this. So
I gave him a grade, by the way.
Huh?
I did give a grade, by the way, just in case.
You said it was passing.
No, I didn't. I said B-.
You said no. You said the draft. There's
more
to the off season to the draft.
No.
You said you.
Hold on, for sanity. I was talking about Sully and Halfley. So the only way I could grade Sully off is the draft. What else can I grade him off?
We're talking about the off season in totality, right?
Right.
So we're talking about from the end of the season, because our season ended in January, right? So to me, when I'm thinking of the off season, right, in its totality, I'm thinking about even how they went about with the Troy Aikman situation.
But
like
that's not Sully and Halfley.
And I see. Okay, so you want it to be just Sully and Halfley.
But that's the part I was on. Yeah.
I'm explaining to you, right, then when you say the offseason up to this point right now to me, right? Like right now to this point before training camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is more offseason. There's also something called midterms. You can get a midterm grade, right? Is it your final grade? No, but it's where I assess you at or where you are at right now. You can improve it or it can get worse. If you don't want to give a grade, you don't gotta give a grade. That's fine.
I gave a grade. You just skipped over that.
You
I gave a B minus. Like, is that not a grade? B minus?
okay then. So I don't know. I don't understand then. Like what was so hard about that? If that's the grade,
it wasn't hard. I was like, if
what I heard was, and maybe what's the name? You said, and maybe I'm wrong. There's video for this.
Yes, it is.
That for the draft, you gave them a B minus, right?
Yes.
Right. So
and I finished after that. I said, so it was a B minus when I initially thought about it, and now it's a B minus so far. That was my exact answer. So I just let you know I kept the same answers. I started with a B minus, and now it's a B minus so far.
Now I have a question. Is the B minus because this is it? Because when you say that, right, I'm saying that like that B minus is what you're assessing for, the draft and what the players are doing from the draft, or are you saying that in totality? Because the verbiage of when you said that, it was a continuation of your point of the draft. It was a continuation of the point from the draft. So in my mind, I'm thinking you're just still talking about the draft. You're talking about in totality. If you had to give a grade right now for the offseason, it would be a B minus for everything.
No, that's why.
And that's what I was saying to you.
I didn't get to the point yet, Francini. I was giving my grades in segments. So I said, let's start with Sully and Halfley. So when you asked me,
in segments, you wasn't even trying to give a grade. Go ahead, Toby.
Right, and then when you asked me to give a grade for them, because I said passing, you raised your hand to cut it off. So I was like, okay, this is, for instance, you said the final grade. The offseason is not done, so the assignment is still there. The assignment is still ongoing. So right now they're in the middle. So let's just say
final. I apologize.
You
got fixated on the word final, like because when I meant final, because like you said draft. I'm talking about. Sorry, this is when you have to communicate. When I say final, I'm talking about everything in totality to this point, not final as in the end of the offseason. And boom.
Right, and that's why I was saying I'm gonna give a grade because you asked for one. That's why I asked you. You never answered this question. Why are you so fixated on me giving a letter grade? I kind of know why. When those kind of questions are asked, it's because you want to be able to go back and reference something, which is why I don't do that because I'm like you cannot give a final grade for something that's not done yet. The offseason is not done. We're doing OTA, so that's just like if you're doing, let's just say a science project. The first part, there's different segments to the science project. They don't give you a grade in the middle of your science project, but you do have checkpoints that you have to have done, and then you get a grade. So far, so good. If you want to do your hypothesis, okay, we got through the hypothesis yet. If you want to do whatever part you want to go through, you're in that part. If it's gathering the materials, you get what I'm saying? If it's working out, seeing what's going on, doing your research. All of these things are part of what they're doing right now. So they're in the middle of their assignment, which is the off season. That's why that's why I didn't say we're going to give a letter grade. We didn't. I just was using that as a reference point to say so far, so good. That's what it was. I don't know. I'm like, why did you change a off-season recap into an actual letter grade? You get what I'm saying? I just wanted to
grade. I didn't bring up grade. You
right. So that's
passing. What. So listen, a C is passing, respectfully. A D is passing. I just wanted to, like, maybe, just maybe, since you know what I'm thinking when I'm thinking that I'm not thinking.
I didn't say what you were thinking. I was saying what I was doing.
Oh, you said there was a reason why I asked for a letter grade, and you said it's so that I can have something to like fall back on. No, the reason why I asked, right, was first to see where you really had it in passing on this grand scheme of passing, because an A is different than a D. A B minus is different than a D minus. They're passing, but I wanted to see where it really was. When you say passing grade, that's just so open and vague. I'm trying to give your minions something to stand on. But
Well, if
also,
you listen, if you see what they saying, they understand what I'm talking about.
no, of course they do. But what I'm also wanting to do is to track, does it improve or does it get worse? Because guess what? Like I said, when I was saying it, you can track the letter grade. If you say it's just passing, it's just passing. I mean, really, at the end of the day, unless you're really trying to get like a GPA or you're really worried about the GPA like that, because you want to go to like a grad program or something like that. If you pass, you still get that degree. That's cool. But if you say,
but we're not at that stage yet.
Huh?
We're not at that stage yet. Once we get the training camp and then get at the training camp, then we can give an actual grade to it, right? Like if you want to give a letter grade,
that's how you want. That's how you want to do it, and that's fine.
Oh yeah, my
because
assessment.
I could easily say, okay, so far I give them such and such grade. I'll see after training camp where it's at when it's all in totality. That's a simple. All I was asking for, and I don't understand why this had to become, a mountain. I don't know why this had to become a mountain.
Because you didn't let me finish what I was saying.
I don't know why this had to become a mountain.
Because you didn't let me finish. I know you're trying to come for the belt, and you want to try to find something to attack me on.
I told you, and that's the thing. It's not about that, because guess what? Where you are at now, hopefully it gets better later. It's not about that. If I come and say, Tone, well, it was a B. That was then. That's not. That was then. That was back then. I can't hold you for saying, oh, at that moment I felt like it was a B. Like, do I seem that petty? Do you think I'm that petty and small? Like, I understand there should be improvements. Just like how we were, like you said, some people were criticizing Malik in the beginning. But as more went on and he got better, we're looking at it differently. See, I'm not someone who feels like, oh, because you say something in imprint right now, you can't change it based off of what's going on. That's not me. And I'm not someone that's going to be like, oh, well, you said such. Things change. Things change. You feel me? Like, it's okay. Listen, it's safe over here. I just want you to know you're in a safe space, Tone. All that PTSD or whatever, it's not coming from me. It's nothing but love, happiness, and positive vibes on Friday nights. I was literally just trying to see from this part, the shorts and t-shirts part, the just the contract part, the negotiation, that part, versus how all of that gets moved into training camp and where it puts us at after that, because that is truly that's the how can I put it? That's the assessment. That's the final exam of the offseason, if you want to, put it into those language. And then you got to get into the season. And now that's a whole nother thing. We're in a whole nother semester. If you want to put it like that, I was not doing anything with malicious intent. Like, that's not me. I'm really a nice, genuine hearted person. And I apologize for interrupting and not letting you get your point across. But I feel like, sometimes, I just see this, this queen of the backhanded compliments. That's crazy. How's that a backhanded compliment? You got to explain that one, Shake. It's not a backhanded compliment. And you know what? The queen of the backhand, go to every show we've done together. Go and listen to how many times I've said, Tone, that was an excellent point. Or you summed that up perfectly. Bring back those facts. Bring back those facts.
I know you can see it, Nina. I know, bro. He said the mic is not big enough for me to hide my grin.
I'm just saying. Go ahead. I apologize, though. Go ahead. I'm gonna.
You sure? Okay.
I won't say nothing.
Sure this time. I just want you to know that I let you get all that off. I didn't right. So this is what I would say. Let me. I gotta cut this down because we already 30 minutes in, right? When Hafley was asked the same kind of question, right? What was his answer? He right now I couldn't give you an actual grade until the training camp when the real football starts, because that's not how, at least me, I don't do it that way, and that's why I like the way he carry himself, because it's like the same mindset. So it's like I'm assessing this, but this doesn't mean anything. The same energy that I've been keeping. I'm like, we cannot on one hand say that shorts and t-shirts don't mean anything, and then now we take a hard stance on something if they're struggling. So me mentioning if I had to get a grade, it's passing, I was going to explain why I was carrying that, but you wanted the letter grade so bad I didn't get that. And the reason why I say it's passing is because there is nothing that's been happening in off season, in mini camp, and OTAs that I haven't expected, right? Nothing. So the same way I felt before OTAs and training camp, and mini camp started, it's the same way I feel right now. So that's why I look at it and say, okay, let me start with Halfley so I could give you things that I can actually say, okay, I seen this happen, which is the draft, right? I seen the draft. I seen they had the mentality. And so far, we can judge them based off whether they kept their mindset, because at least we can judge them right now with the mindset. We can. The mindset is there. Can I judge them based off the production that they have in the minicamp? No, because they're not playing real football, right? They're just doing installs. They're just learning the playbook. Everyone is new so far. So that process is not for me to say, okay, I'm going to judge them and say whether or not I feel like someone is doing super good or super bad and it holds any weight. The same reason why I gave the excuse of why I don't think they should change the depth chart based off OTAs and minicamp, because it's shirts and t-shirts. So none of this thing, not everything that's going on, it really doesn't matter, because this is a part of the process for me to eventually say, okay, now that I've seen this, they're struggling here because it's pads on. But so far, so good in minicamp. What I have seen so far, I'm basically judging them based off their mental and the approach that they're taking. So based off the approach that they're taking, if I had to go to Sully and Jeff Halfley, I think they've been a man of their words, and they've been taking, everything when it comes to the mentality. When it comes to the contract situation, Aaron Brewer, Devon Achane, and Jordan Brooks, they have 2 out of the 3. They have 2 out of 3 so far. So far, so good. They have been given the word, sticking by their word. Now, if they don't, if they don't end up signing Jordan Brooks, which we're gonna get into that later, then I would be like, okay, for those 3, what they said, that part, whether I approve or I disapprove, I could give you that, but it's still open right now. So I couldn't say nothing right now. I was so far so good. That's what I'm saying. Let me not say if I grade them. Let me just say so far so good, so it don't trigger you a little bit, right? So far so good in those departments. Now, when it comes to the players and how Halfley have been handling them on the field, so far so good as well, because the offense, for the most part, wasn't looking too good. And then the second time when it came to mini camps and OTAs, they went over, repeated the installs, and we see the improvement. So I'm liking the way his coaching mentality and the way he's approaching coaching his team and keeping them in line and disciplined and paying so much attention to details. So far, so good from now. Now, when it comes to the players, overall, I like what they've been doing. So far, so good for them, because Achane, when it came to the contract situation, he missed one day, boom, he's in the building. So I'm like, okay, he sent a message, but then he didn't let it become a distraction. Aaron Brewer, Jordan Brooks, they all need contracts too. None of them made it become a distraction. They didn't allow it. Let me not say made it. They didn't allow it to become a distraction. So I like the way that they've been handling it off season so far, based off not allowing their contracts to become a distraction. So I like so far so good when the way they're handling things and the way they're moving forward. Now, as far as the team as an overall aspect, I like the fact that we heard that the offense was struggling at the beginning, right? And then in the second go around, when it switched from OTAs to minicamp, they seem to have improved, and now we see what's coming out of training camp. They're looking to improve as I expected. So far, the team is doing exactly what I assumed they'd be doing based on the position that they've been put in and the scenarios that's what they've been faced with. I think there haven't been nothing that I've been disappointed with when it comes to the way Halfley and Suddy handle the team, and when it comes to the way the players has been handling everything in the OTAs, as far as whatever they've been struggling on, improving, and things of that nature. So but that so far so good for me. That's what I would say. Go ahead, you can talk now.
So far so good. That has been so far and so good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I really think that everything that you said was so far so good. I can't reiterate how so far and so good it has been. Just everything, your mic so far so good. You feel me? The fit for the show, the Blitz pickup gear so far so good. The belt in the background so far
My
so
belt is
good.
not in the background.
The it
It's,
looked like it. The chain in the background so far so good. The dartboard that is on your wall so far so good. Listen, everything is an evaluation process, and to Tone's point of evaluation, everything is so far so good. I didn't know if you wanted to fill the people in that everything so far is so good right now. I love the way that you sectioned everything off. The way that I see it, right? And you said we're not doing grades because
no.
so.
You can do however you
No,
want.
I mean I didn't use grades. You brought up that word. You said if you had to grade it to be passing. So do you want me to like? I'm saying what I did to you, you can then return and be like,
No,
okay, no,
it's no need.
okay,
I understand where you're coming from.
okay. So from what I've seen this offseason, I truly believe that Halfley and Sully came in with a plan, and they have been on par with executing it in the way that they want to, with the players that they've brought in, with the guys that they've drafted, with how they're setting up practices, press conferences, even the way that the players are approaching interviews and press conferences, right? Getting the contract done of their core players, right? I believe that the game plan, the syllabus or whatever, metaphor we want to use in this instance, is so far so good being executed. I really need to put that on a t-shirt. Just like so far so good. You have a way. Um, what I will say is the approach to the competition in t-shirts and shorts right now. I do love the transparency of them saying, hey, we're rotating the wide receivers out so it doesn't feel like one guy is getting an unfair shake or just like running with the twos or running with the ones, right? That is setting, I guess, the atmosphere for what training camp is going to be. To your point about the installs, like let's do it until we get it right or until you guys have it right. That is great coaching. When we go back to how he was, telling players like, you have to do it the way that we taught you, and we're not going to allow you to circumvent that or go around it. Like, no, you have to do it this way. This is the way it needs to be done. This is the way we want you to do it. Fundamentals. I like that that Halfley has stood on that. As far as Sully, Brandon Shore, Troy Aikman, well, not so much of him because with that part, right? With Troy Aikman and what we know about it, appreciate his input. Appreciate, I guess him being a voice now, in the organization in the way that they are. But to Sully's point, coming out and saying that the decision lies with me, like the buck stops with me. I really appreciate that. We have clarity on that situation, especially coming from a collective mindset where we were like, oh, it's a collective, right? So it's like, no, this is on me. Shout out to Brandon Shore and the way that he has constructed these contracts. And I also thought it came out, right? When Aaron Brewer, he signed, right? He had players behind him. I don't think we ever got to well, we didn't because it came out after we talked about his contract. But Patrick Paul was there, Jonas Avainea, and the new guy, Proctor, Caden Proctor were all there. And I thought that was very telling to what the offensive line should be, right? There's
Yeah.
obviously a missing person right now. and we'll get to that in training camp. So if I had to, put it in totality of how I feel about how this offseason has been, so far so good. It's been executed. We're about to get into the next point, the next big thing the next big domino we believe is going to fall. And I thought it was very strategic. It was very interesting, like the guys that they brought in, for workouts, the wide receiving room, just the things that they said they want to do. And we'll get into all that. But I think I'm gonna just, stay on par with my co-host and, just say so far so good. Yeah, I think that is great. Great.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Can I ask a question? I'll let you finish. I didn't want to finish.
Uh-huh.
Why you didn't give a letter grade? Why you so far so good? Why you didn't give a letter grade?
So let this be a note to the people. He has control to do that. I don't have that same type of power and control.
I forgot about that. You don't.
I don't. And that's why I asked in the beginning, did you want that? Because you're the one, like I said, who said a passing grade.
There you go. Good. That's all I wanted to hear right there. That's the only part I wanted to hear.
I said you have the opportunity to do that. Because I'm not going to change how I wanted to recap based off of what you did. Those were your words. Those were never my words.
That's all I wanted to hear. So you do know. So I'm a CDL driver. I got my CDL license. You gotta take 3 tests to get there, right? Every test that you get, right? Every answer that you answer, that question that you answer, it lets you know whether you're passing so far or not. You don't get a letter grade, but at the end they let you know. So it's an ongoing process. So let's say it's 20. 2 of them is 20 questions. 1 of them is 50 questions. You'll know if you're passing or not from question 1, then 2, then 3. So you do, but you don't get a letter grade until the end. So if someone comes in and I'm at question 12. And I was like, okay, y'all have a passing grade so far. I can tell them that, right? Matter of fact, my instructor could come to me and tell me, yes, you have a passing grade so far, but I'm still not done with that test. So that's why I said if I had to give a grade, I would say it's a passing. That's what I meant by saying that. But the test is not done, so I can't give them a letter grade for it. That's why I was like, why you so little want me to give a letter grade? That's not what I was trying to use. That's not the analogy that I was using there. That's why I was like, why are you so stuck on a letter grade? I was just saying, so far as when I'm going, it seems you're passing so far. So as long as you continue down the same track, you're going to eventually pass. But guess what? If you mess around and start missing, let's say I get to 12 and I miss the next 8, you're gonna fail that. You get what I'm saying? So there's not only one way to grade the way that y'all want. That's why when I give my assessments, I've said this before. You're not the first one. And you're like, why you don't, what is it now? I'm like, I can't give it to you now because it's not finished. It's not finished. So I'm not going to give you what I think now. I can tell you where they are right now. That's it. So that's why I didn't want to make it a big deal. I just would let you, get your spirit off so you can say how you feel and however you wanted to switch my passion and say that I can't do that. Because that's not saying nothing. I'm like, well, I literally went through this in real life, taking tests that you, and it's like that for all 3. You just said, for all three of them, right? So that is the reason. That is the reason why I said that. But every time I kept saying something, you would jump in and wanted to make something definite. I'm like, well, let me just switch it because we'll spend a whole hour on that segment because you didn't want me to say great. Because you didn't want me to say great. We were 30
I
minutes
didn't want
in.
you to say great.
Yes, you said using the word grade, you wanted me to give a definite letter grade. Sorry. You wanted me to get a letter grade.
I said, where is it?
Yeah, the letter grade. Yeah.
On the spectrum. Now, if you want to take it,
I said passing.
If you want to take it, and that's why I said, right, there's different levels of passing.
Yes,
right.
Because you said D.
On the spectrum of passing, right, there's levels. Now, listen, appreciate you for, putting a point to where that is, right? And appreciate you for bringing your your CDL analogy, because there are multiple ways to be assessed. Yeah. Absolutely. I didn't say you had to do anything. I didn't force you to do anything.
I never said you didn't.
I was asking. And are we not allowed? Are we not allowed to ask?
Yes,
and
but
everything willing to go.
But everything I was saying, you will cut me off and say, "No, what's the grade of that? What does that mean? That you're not saying that. I'm trying to give your million something to stand." I'm like, well, just let me finish the whole thing, and you can see it's not actually letter grade. I'm just telling you they're passing so far because yeah. Well, I had to say that so you can not cut me off.
So far, so good merch is coming, people.
Yeah. I had to say that because
you gotta go for it because it's gonna be monumental. It's gonna be monumental.
No, we could go to Jordyn Brooks. I just wanted to bring that up.
You sure? Because I felt like you had something you had to get off your chest with that.
Well, I just wanted you to give your take and show you how now that you finished your take, I understand everything you were saying, and I didn't jump in and say no. Why you didn't give? I waited at the end now to say because I'm like, well, let's see if she keep the same energy. Don't ask me to do what you don't ask me to do to you what you were doing to me when I was like, no, that's not my mindset. So why would I do that to you? That'd be hypocritical of me.
It says recap. I recapped it, my thoughts about it. You said grade. You put that out there. I didn't put that out there. I didn't say, I never asked you.
I didn't say letter grade though.
I never asked you, Tone, how would you grade this? You said if you had to grade it. You. So, cool.
Yes. And I graded mine passing.
So I don't understand. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the Miami
Dolphins. Why you stop me and ask for a letter grade?
What?
Why did you stop me and ask for a letter grade?
I wanted to know for
that's the part I wanted to hear.
Time. To say that I want to know is not wrong. I've stood on that. I wanted to know where it was on the level of passing. You can go back to when you first asked me. You can go back to the second time you asked me. You can go back to the third time you asked me.
But when you cut it off, you say this is what he do when he don't answer the question, and we don't know what that means. And I'm like, I said passing. Passing wasn't good enough for you.
The one thing I admire
go to Jordyn Brooks, man. We ain't gonna argue. Go to
someone who stands on you. So if you didn't want to give a grade, you didn't have to give a grade. You chose to.
But you kept stopping me though. I had to.
Don't let that get to you. You thicker skinned than that.
No, I'm saying but no. Remember, we got 3. Can you let me talk? We have 3 subjects to get to, and don't you have to get somewhere at 9:00?
That's crazy.
So for me, I'm like, well, let me just go there because we're not gonna get through the show. You forgot about that, Paul, huh? I don't mind arguing with you, but then I'm not gonna finish all 3 of them.
I'm here for a great time. And I hope you guys are having a great time. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. And please vote in the poll. Please vote in the poll. We're about to end that one. I always ask what letter grade you would give the off season.
If I was y'all, I would not vote on that poll because
they voted on it.
And then you put failed. Why would you? You want to fail them already?
I wanted to.
You should say
put passed or failed. I'm sorry.
No, you should have said. Hold on. You should have said failing. You said failed like it's already done. You can change a failing grade to a passing grade. Failed is done. They failed already. There's no way to pass now.
But look, no one hit that one because they're smart.
I'm glad
we have some grammatically inclined people.
I would never put that.
I'm glad that people
she's trying to set you up, man.
I'm glad. Sometimes you gotta put things.
Why didn't you put so far so good?
Huh?
Why didn't you put so far so good?
Because I had put that poll up before. Before you started saying so far so good. Listen. How did they? Yeah, I swear. From now, when people ask you how are you, you'll be like, so far so good. Like, how you doing today? So far so good. I'm gonna use so far so good that it might go so far so good. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And once again, we appreciate you being here tonight with us. Friday night episode of the Blitz Pickup with Tone and Finsanity. Let's get into the next topic. The Miami Dolphins, so far, to Tone's point.
I'm about to cook you one.
I told you, that might be your nicknames. But no, the so far so good Tone. I've signed 2 out of 3 core players. Tony, I'm gonna let you get through this, and I'm not gonna say nothing. I promise. how do you feel like negotiations will go with Jordyn Brooks and the Miami Dolphins for his contract?
I think initially they're going to get a job done. That's my initial thought. They're going to get a job done. Now the reason why I wanted to speak on this is because I'm not guaranteed. Like I was confident that Aaron Brewer and HM was going to get the contract. That's why I would go out there. Oh no, it's going to happen. This is where he's going to be. Whatever. Now the reason why Jordyn Brooks is different than both of them, and I'm not going to. I can give a definite answer to them and not him, and say, well, I'm gonna leave it open to change. Is because remember how we drafted, right? What running back did we draft?
None.
What center did we draft?
None.
What linebackers did we draft?
Kyle Lewis, who's a hybrid, and we also got Jacob Rodriguez.
Kyle Lewis, Jacob Rodriguez. What's the guy out of Wisconsin? McWillan.
Max Llewellyn.
Max Llewellyn,
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn. We drafted him. So it was one more. I think it's one more. So there are people. Trey Moore. Was it Trey Moore? Trey Moore. Yeah, they drafted multiple linebackers. So his could go different, and he has value, right? So if they didn't want to, it can change. So I'm not 100% like I was. If I had to give you a percentage sign of my confidence level for them, I would be like, bro, I'm like 95% sure that they're gonna get them done. If I had to give you a percentage of Jordyn Brooks, I'm at 75% of him. That I think it's gonna eventually get done, right? But it's just that small chance that maybe, he could probably price himself out, which he don't seem to be that type of person. He don't, which is why my confidence is as high as it is. But there are people in the building that can allow them to be like, well, hey, listen, man, you get what I'm saying? We want you here. And if we eventually don't get it done, we'll see how the rest of the season go, or they have all the way up to the trade deadline to get him done. I would prefer they get him done before training camp, right? If you remember when they asked me, I was like, I think they are going to have, when we were asking about HN, I'm like, yeah, he's going to be done by training camp. You get me? And then with Aaron Brewer, I'm like, I don't know if he's going to be done by training camp, but he's going to eventually get done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's going to get done. I don't think there's a chance that he's not here. Now, always when it came to Jordyn Brooks, I'm like, his name is there. He's the one when I'm like, his name is there. So I think they're going to do everything that they can to keep him and sign him. But there's a chance that they like, all right, my brother, we willing to move off of him, which I don't think they were willing to move off for Aaron Brewer or HN, no matter what. So you know how that saying that they say, if you make an offer that we can't refuse, or a good enough offer, they'll take it. I think that's literally, they speaking literal when it comes to Jordyn Brooks. I think that was just to raise, that was just to, to let people know we're not getting rid of Aaron Brewer or, Devon Achane, so to speak. So that's the only difference I would say with Jordyn Brooks. But yes, again, eventually I think it's going to get done. And I'm like at 75% right now. Now doing training camp, let's see how it handled it. Then I'll be able to say, okay, nah, I don't think, or I think so.
Yeah. So the way that I see it, I like the order in which they did it, right? Your biggest weapon, your biggest asset, Devon Achane, he gets signed. Then you go and you solidify to the point that you guys said, the trenches, right? You go and get that. But yes, there's a contingency plan, as you have stated, if Jordyn Brooks cannot get done. I'm confident that it's going to get done. There has never been leadership issues, I believe, when it's come to Jordyn Brooks. Would you agree with that? Like, there's no leadership issues?
Never had a question of leadership.
Right. And I think that quality that he brings to what was it, Halfley's point, right, when he's trying to find the leaders, right? And excuse me, sorry. When he was trying to, like, not try to find the leaders, but like he knew who his leaders were going to be, but he also knew who he wanted to be leaders, right? Like he said, he wouldn't be afraid to challenge certain players. Jordyn Brooks is not a player that you have to go out and challenge to be a late leader. He's not a guy that you have to challenge to show up and play for you every day. I believe what he brings as a veteran to that room is it's extreme. Like, let's not talk in too many hyperboles. It's very it's very important, especially when you have the young guys behind him. Now, do I think that this could be a potential? Yeah, we're going to sign you and then maybe get rid of you when we think the other guys are? Absolutely, because they want to draft, develop, retain. Jordyn Brooks would be a great asset to have in the development of these young guys within our locker room. Yes, they're coming in, they're very talented, but playing in the NFL is very much different than playing in college and what they did. And also being a pro, knowing how to show up, especially when you have so much on your plate. The world is your oyster, right? So I think for me, and I think that this isn't like something mind-blowing or, I've found the key pearl or something like that. It would be very important to me as a fan to have Jordyn Brooks on this roster to help with the development of the young guys, so that when it is time, and hopefully, he keeps playing to that level and we can, trade him off and get something in return for it, the next guys will then be ready to step up and go. And that's what I'm going to say. I will say, though, if I had to stand on it, Jordyn Brooks will be signed before training camp. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it will get done before training camp. And I see Tony, how hard was that? I could be completely wrong, but I have a gut feeling that I feel like they've shown that they're in the business of not wanting headlines, dramas, conversations, and all, just like the circus stuff around them. When it comes to the players, they want their players focused on what they need to be focused on. And I think when training camp comes along, you don't want a guy like Jordyn Brooks or the questions of like, when is this stuff going to get done? I do believe, though, if it doesn't get done, Jordyn Brooks knows how to be a pro within that, and it's not going to become something bigger than what it needs to be done. But I do believe, to even negate that, Sully and Shore will find a way to get that deal done for Jordyn Brooks, and he will be a Dolphin with the contract going into training camp, just for that security.
So before training camp, okay.
Before training.
Yeah, they got 6 weeks to do it. So
yeah, that's plenty of time. Yes, and that's why I said it's not like something like I'm saying like a grand declaration or anything. It should get done. It should get done, especially your first offseason going into everything. You don't want all that unnecessary questioning that the beat writers sometimes try to poke the bear. Like, we had to deal with that, the one season with Tua and whatnot. Like, you don't want to have to get into like all that type of stuff, or guy feeling like you don't want him or he's not valued. I'm pretty sure like they've had conversations. Like I thought they had conversations hopefully with HN and Aaron Brewer, and then it's like, boom, we're all chilling, doing something. There might be a space going on. Make sure you follow each and every one of us on X. And shout out to Lou. Miss you. Definitely miss you. And it'll get broken. Adam Schefter, Miami Dolphins, Jordyn Brooks sign such and such extension. Massive whatever. Sign an extension and gets done. So will it be how close? I can't tell you, but I do believe it will get done before training camp. See, Tom, we can agree. We can agree, right? How does it feel?
I don't like it.
I didn't like it either. I'm just saying, I didn't like it either. But see, look, you say what to see, though, you not liking it. Is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to the Jordyn Brooks and the Miami Dolphins and how we think negotiations will go?
No. I think we both hit it right on the head. They hit the nail right on the coffin.
Oh, look at that. See? There we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of right now, right, we are going to do what I don't want to say, you know what, because I'm gonna let it go. I'm not going to be giving backhanded compliments, as some say, right? Tone. So far, we have had OTAs, mini camps, rookie mini camps. We've had contract extensions. We've had players brought in for workouts. We've had so much going on this offseason, and it's been so far nice, quiet, cool. However, we do need to look at what we've seen and realize, like, and see how we feel about some of the players. So on the offensive side of the ball, Who would you say are some surprises and disappointments for you?
Offense. The biggest I'll say surprise on the offense. I'll give a rookie and a vet. So offensively, I'll say my biggest surprise will be Malik Washington. Right. Um, I think the way he's been playing, a lot of people thought that, what's the receiver we drafted out of Missouri? They thought he was going to come in, and they were like, "Oh, Malik Washington's job might be in jeopardy." And basically, they brought in Tutu Atwell and Jalen Tolbert. So I think that's the biggest surprise. Also, well, I'm not gonna say Jalen Tolbert because he's a vet, but he's been looking good, right? So that'll be my biggest surprise. I'll go with Malik Washington. Now, my biggest that's the vet. My biggest rookie surprise, I will say, it'll be the offensive line, Jaden Proctor, right? No, it's not Jaden. It's Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor. And that's because initially everyone came out, and even me, when we drafted him, I was like, stay away from him. But I did say I think he would transition better as a guard, right? He would be a better guard. I just think that suits him more based on the negative that I seen for him outside. On tackle, I'm like, yo, sometimes he just don't look like his mind is all into it, and he's lost out there in space. When you put him in the guard, you take away that space and the ability to get lost because you within the confines of what a couple of feet right then and there, and that's what you focus on. So I think that suits him well, and it helps him, right? That benefit him more to be inside, at least from the beginning. So he's my biggest surprise on offense as a rookie. So my vet would be Malik Washington, and my rookie would be Caden Proctor. Now, disappointment on offense. My rookie. I'm gonna start with my rookie first of all. No, you know what? Let me start with the vet. Jalen Wright. For all things coming out of camp is he's been playing horrible. And I'm like, bro, in 7-on-7s, like you can't find the fuck. You see, you can't find the hole in 7-on-7s, my brother. That's not a good look. It isn't, right? And we know that it only gets more difficult during training camp because now they're gonna be on pads, and now that take up more space. So that's not a good look. And you could get up to full speed. To me, that's not like, come on, bro. You could do better. So that'd be my biggest disappointment. I'll say a vet guy. Rookie, sorry, because you said offense. Okay, rookie, Caleb Douglas. Caleb got doggone Douglas. Now, I did say it should have been some concerns with the drops coming into camp and OTAs when they drafted him, and lo and behold, all of the biggest story when it came around his name was his drops and his lack of concentration. So offensively, those would be my guys right there. I know you said offense, but I wanted to give one rookie, one vet on both because that seemed to be the theme for me this season because of how many positions are open to be taken. So yeah, but those would be the four right there. Caleb Douglas, come on, bro.
Yeah, and I'm
wait, hold on. Sorry for saying. No, go ahead. I'll do it later.
I was definitely, I'm glad we started to show off the way that we did, because for you to bring up Jalen Wright, knowing how I feel about the running back position, that's where I was going to go for my disappointment. Like I didn't necessarily break it up rookie vet, but like Jalen Wright, you are literally letting Ali come in here a year after you, right? And like, I get it, right? You want that 1-2, but you have the ability to run through the tackles. You have the ability to be elusive. We've seen it. What are you doing? It doesn't have a good feel to it, especially when you know it's a competition going on. Now, granted, we're gonna see when them pads come on, but for you, to your point, come on, and 8-9 out there, you could have really shown off. You really could have, and especially coming off where you was having some fumbling issues. Like, let's call it like your take so far is not good. It's not what you think it is. No offense, I don't know what you think it is, but it ain't that. And it's like, and to understand that this is going to be a competition and that you're being evaluated throughout this whole process. What are you doing? So I think you hit that one. I just wanted to expound on that just a little bit more. As far as a rookie surprise. Listen, roll tide. Roll tide. But that's not where I'm gonna go. That's not where I'm gonna go. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, and it's to the same point that you had, right? Right now, I'm starting to get a way better feel for this Kyle Lewis kid. It just seemed like he was just
You said
making me some
offense.
plays. Oh, huh? Oh, so, oh, you
Remember,
know,
we're
I'm
on
so
offense
sorry.
now.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sorry. We're on offense. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
See, I spoiled my defense. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I had to go because listen. If you guys knew how past, like like listen, we're gonna get into it, right? Because
yeah.
sorry, I apologize. I apologize. So yes,
So let me,
I'm
since you on the defense, let me add in the one that I wanted to add in on offense for the
Go ahead.
vets. Quinn Ewers, I wanted to give an honorable
Yeah.
mention for Quinn Ewers and Ben Sims, the tight end for the
Okay.
offensive guys that have been having good OTAs and mini camps. I wanted because I didn't expect Quinn Ewers to look this sharp. And he's been
Mhm.
looking sharp all throughout OTAs and mini camps. So I just wanted to give honorable mentions, but I wanted you to give your take first. Go ahead. Now you might well start with the defense. You might well start on this one.
Yeah, you listen. As much as the running back, I love that position. You know, me and you are both defensive,
Yeah.
people. So sorry, I got a little excited because I was thinking, oh, defense this whole time, and I'm like, okay, would you like to go to defense?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay,
I don't know if you
go
want
ahead,
to.
Tom, you go ahead.
You
Because I already
said
gave my,
yours
I
already.
already gave my surprise.
Okay, I'll do it.
Do you want to give your surprise, Rook? You want to just break it down like that so we can stay on par and I don't lose my head in this?
No, I think you should get yours so you can get it all out. Don't forget.
Okay. So, I will say this, and I will say surprise. It's not a surprise about his play. It's a surprise about him coming in and what he's been able to do with his opportunity. Zeke, losing that weight and making yourself be a more versatile. Yes, that's how you respond when a coach says it's an open competition. That's how you respond when hold up, let's go USA, let's go 1-up. Yeah, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. But that's how you respond when a coach says we want versatility. To come in training camp, no one had to tell you to what we know right now that you had to lose some weight, that you had to become a little bit more athletic. Come on, man. So those are my surprises, rookie vet. Do you want to give your surprises?
Yeah. So you want to do the disappointment, or you want me to just go to my surprise?
Go to surprises. Let's
Okay,
be
so
right now. I'm happy. Go ahead.
All right. So since you started defense, and you want to do the rookie, my rookie surprise on defense would be I'm not gonna say surprise, but Chris Johnson, right? Cornerback on 7-on-7s is typically put you in a difficult position, and all reports coming out of training camp and mini camp and OTAs is that Chris Johnson has looked good, right? And been playing inside and out, so he's showing his versatility. So that would be my rookie surprise. Now my vet surprise on defense would be Dante Trader Jr. For all accounts, Dante Trader Jr. seemed to be the best defensive player so far. That's with Jordyn Brooks and everyone included. Everyone have been given high praise from the coaches to the players to even the media guys, our media team, saying that Dante Trader Jr. looked so far so good. I almost say so far good. Yeah. So far the best out of all defenders. So that's my vet surprise. And I'm shocked, right? I thought he was a great tackler, but to show off in minicamp and OTAs, that means that 4.6 speed is not a problem for him. And he's playing fast, which means his brain, smart. That's what they praise him on, how quick he can pick up defensive game plans and things of that nature. And that's why he seemed to be playing fast, because he knows what he's doing already. He's not second guessing himself or thinking what he have to do and then reacting. He's just reacting immediately. So that's my two surprises on defense, the offensive rookie. I mean, vets and rookie.
Okay. Sorry.
Disappointment.
For disappointment, I think this goes without saying. Just like I could speak to the mentality and accepting the challenge when it comes to Zeke, and just coming, like being ready, just showing up, like no one has to motivate you, right? There was a young man who, to our point, it was a debate. Is the coach trying to motivate? Is he trying to praise you, or is he trying to call you out? And the fact that we're even having a conversation and a debate about this when you are a first round pick, when you have had years of development, and he's still saying you're not there yet. You're not even, where we need to be to where we can utilize you the way we want to utilize you on the field. I have to throw out Chop Robinson. I have to. Like, there's no way I can not, that can't be the first name that comes out of my mouth.
Facts.
Like, you had every opportunity, and he's basically, no offense, he's basically calling out the pick altogether. Now, what he does with that, what Chop does with that, I'll be very interested to see. I don't think I need to harp too much on Chop because, he's already getting enough. But I do appreciate the transparency of Hafley when it came to said player and putting it out there on Front Street, because now what are the fans know what they can or what they should be looking for in training camp. The fans know what they should and could be looking for in preseason tape. I don't think Chop comes off as a player who's not going to be out there, earning his spot, earning his reps. And I think we're going to either get the most out of him, or he is going to be a guy that could potentially be up for a contract, and we're going to be like, yeah, nah, because we trust so far in what we're getting from Hafley and how he's assessing the players, right? So that's what I'm gonna go with for my my vet disappointment.
Vet, yeah, Chop Robinson, yeah.
Chop Robinson.
Rookie. I feel you on that. I'm not gonna lie. See, it's hard to find a disappointing rookie on defense.
Right.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
I'm glad.
You want me to give mine? It's because it's going. You want me to give mine? So because it was hard for me to find. So my disappointed rookie, right? The only reason this is disappointed is because this position is up for grabs, and I haven't heard your name, right? And that is Max Llewellyn. Edge is the biggest need on defense. I haven't heard nothing negative, but also haven't heard nothing positive. So that's the only thing that I can say is a disappointment, because we're like, oh, we probably got a steal late in the draft, and it don't seem like, we see any impact. So that's the only reason why I put his name out there, but it's not technically a disappointment. It's like, I'm not sure. I'm unsure about him because there's no good or bad. So he's the only name that I came up with that I would have liked to have seen more. That's what I would say. Now, you good? Now I can, you already gave yours. So my vet, Chop Robinson, why are we thinking the same? So I had Chop as my number one, but shout out to me. I always give a second honorable mention. So I was going to do an honorable mention. So I'll just use him since you use Chop Robinson, which is Kenneth Grant, right? First thing we heard that he came in, he wasn't in his shape, as good a shape as we thought he was. And look, kudos to you for pointing out Zeke Biggers. Zeke Biggers came out in amazing shape. And then Zeke Biggers did the 7th round draft pick. And then you got Kenneth Grant coming in, and they questioning whether he's in shape or not. I think that's not a good look, right? And then on top of that, the biggest thing that we had coming out of camp is how Caden Proctor was able to move you by himself without pads on. So I would say from that standpoint, that the vet, he has to be the biggest disappointment for me coming out. And again, it's difficult to point out, a rookie. But with all that being said, right, I would like to give my honorable mention for vets for surprise, because Jordan Phillips. on defense, Jordan Phillips, hands down. Now, Dante Trader Jr. has been given the most praise, so I thought he earned that spot. But I do not understate how impressive everyone has been with Jordan Phillips from the beginning of training camp to mini camp. Mini camp, OTAs, and back to OTAs, mini camp, and back to OTAs. That's all he would been given was praise to the fact that Jack Cedar said the only thing he got in trouble for was lifting too much. So that's, I think that's high praise for him, and I just wanted to give him as an honorable mention. Percentage. Hey man, listen, we 17. I know you got somewhere to go, so I'm gonna keep it nice and short and simple. You got anything else to add?
Sorry, what was that?
No. I said, do you have anything else to add? Because it's I know you have somewhere to go. You mentioned so.
I like that you did honorable mentions. I really appreciate that because there are so many guys who have stepped up to the opportunity for competition, right? But let's not fool ourselves, right? The pads have to come on, and it has to translate into training camp, the mentality, the physicality, the things that coach wants to see. And it'll be very interesting to see that. I think you hit everything you nailed the coffin close with everything that you said. Can I just say one thing? When you mentioned Quinn, I really appreciated that because he in the beginning, right? We all kind of overlooked and said, okay, because of what Malik got, it ain't no competition. But for him to show up as if that opportunity is there, depending on, what they have been saying to them and whatnot, but to not have that same mindset or attitude towards it that we did, I really appreciate that. So I just wanted to go with that one, but outside of that, I'm cool. Some people.
Okay.
Not all
Thank
people.
you.
Some people.
Well, that says a lot about what, and you said it right now, right? You don't know what they've been saying to him, but we know what he said. Remember, Hafley said he told Quinn Ewers, it's up to you to prove to me that you're the best quarterback. Regardless of what Malik Willis is doing and how much we paid them, it's up to you to show me that you're that guy. And, he's playing as if that's what you said. I'm going to show you, so I'm going to make you stand on your word. If I'm the best quarterback coming out of, now, let's say OTAs, mini camps, and OTAs again, and then it continue that trend in training camp and in the preseason, then happily, let's see if you're a man of your word. Right? Because at that point, the whole world will be able to see, hey, listen, we watched both of them play, and Quinn Ewers clearly is the best quarterback. So that's all I'm going to say. But the rookie that could fall the most is Jacob Rodriguez. That is a fact. Shout out to our brother Lou. The only reason, shout out to Lou, right? Jacob Rodriguez. Shout out to seeing my brother in there. But Jacob Rodriguez is the one that could fall the most because he was the one giving the highest praise from us, being super excited. That was the first time y'all seen us excited for any player in the draft because we weren't as excited for the first two, Caden Proctor and Chris Johnson. But when we got Jacob Rodriguez, we all was excited because we've been praising him all throughout the offseason, all throughout college football, all throughout the pre-draft analysis and everything. So that is 100% fact, Lou, that he could fall the most because they are already was stamping him to be the next Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas stamped him. The coaches stamped him. The people in the league stamped him. Everyone that played for him, everyone that mentioned him from senior days, all of that stuff. He's been getting praise. So that's a great analysis right there. And shout out for pointing to him. My brother Lou for pointing that out.
Miss you, Lou. Can't state that enough. Miss you on the show. Hope you're getting better. Praying for you. Definitely praying for you. You good, Tom? Anything? Or did you want to? You good?
Anything else? Hey, say what you're going to say. Shake ain't gonna like that. Go ahead. Let me find a say comment. Don't worry about it. She told me she had something to do Monday. Don't worry. I'm going to light her up on fire. But I ain't want to kill her today because she has something to do, so I don't have time for her.
I appreciate you allowing that. Listen, guys, thank you for coming.
It would have been a 2-hour show, y'all.
It would have been. Oh man, listen, we might have to run back.
No,
when you do and don't give grades. No. Listen, Tone, I just want to, a lot of people, don't understand how much work Tone puts into making this show happen for you guys. To Lewis's point, we show up, all these slides, the topics, everything. Tone puts a lot of effort into making sure that we can provide you guys with an amazing show. So shout out to you, Tone. I really appreciate it, and I cannot praise your work enough for what you do on this channel and this show, and how you always come, ready to rebuttal everything. Like everything. So, Tone, I just want to say one thing to you. This is my last thing, my last statement to you. So far, so good.
I'm gonna let you get that off because I know you got to go. Appreciate you. Listen, now from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate that. Y'all know, but you and Lou, y'all already know. Only thing I do is appreciate people for putting in the effort. That would make it easy for me to put in our effort because y'all come in and just boom, snap right into it. So I don't feel like I'm doing it for no reason, and it don't seem like work because once this come out and it goes the way it goes, that is my reward right there to see how you could come in and snap and y'all could pick up every topic and just boom, hit them right on the top of the head. Because y'all know, we tell y'all, we don't go over the topics before. Like, probably at the beginning, be like, hey, this is what I'm looking at for this. This is what I'm thinking about for this. And this is what I'm thinking about for that. So everything up here would be organic, right?
It's as close to
you see her cut me off 4 or 5 times for my letter grade, and me trying to be considerate, like I don't want to be here for 2 hours. Shout out to Vicinity though. I really appreciate that, Vicinity. I really appreciate it. But anything else before we get out of here? You want to close or you want me to do it?
You got it. Listen, go USA. And shout out to all the players from New Jersey. That's all.
All right, listen. Right now, shout out to my brother for showing up. DCR say you can't rebuttal something. You can rebut something though. All right, bet. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We know USA is playing. Y'all seen Vicinity get excited. The revolver, as always, go to everyone in the chat, especially since my brother in the chat right now. So it got to go to y'all in the chat. But we will see y'all Monday. Come ready to fight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Monday. But yeah, man, we out of here, man. Peace out.